Hello, everybody. Welcome to the second instalment of CGO Gets to Know, which is essentially me getting to know our most valuable people within our organization and the value that they're bringing to our clients. It's the time of year when many people are considering booking a holiday and finding the best deal possible. And I'm here with Megan Livadas, who's been recently working with one of the UK's best known travel brands to provide value for them. Megan, do you want to introduce yourself and then tell us a little bit about the challenge and why you're engaged in the project in the first place?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I'm Megan. I'm one of Dufrain's self-confessed Power BI fangirls. I've been rolling out Power BI for clients for almost 7 years now. And this summer had a really great use case with one of our travel clients looking to make the most of their revenue. So whether that was inventory management or looking at pricing. So this specific use case we've got was analysing, are their team reacting quick enough to pricing changes? And how well are they using data science? So they've recently invested a lot in their data science and their forecasts, and they wanted to see, are the team now being more future led rather than last year led, which is really exciting.
Great. So tell me a little bit about how we solved the problem and what we brought, and whether there were any unforeseen challenges with the data that we had to kind of work with, and any workarounds we had to do.
Yeah,
So sort of talk
absolutely.
us through.
Well, what I can do is I can show you. So when we
Fantastic.
finished up, we turned this into a Dufrain demo. So I've got here Dufrain Travel for you, which is our fictional travel agency arm, where we've
Brilliant.
analysed the cost of some anonymous holiday data. And so, the use case here was, are the analysts in the team reacting quickly to change a price? So we can see here at a glance who in the team is making the most price changes and what types of holidays are they changing, where are they going. That allows me to really quickly hone in and say, right, Amsterdam's not moving as fast as we hoped, what's going on there, and quickly see that come to life. Now, we really wanted to be able to look at the year-on-year metrics there, which for a consumer-based business can be quite tricky. Because if I say last year, I don't want to just know the 9th of December last year. I want to know this specific Monday last year, which from a Power BI perspective requires a little bit out of the box thinking. But yeah, with a clever bit of modeling, to be honest, this was fine. We used a bit of DAX here that just let us say, ignore the context of the visual I've gave you, go and retrieve this new aligned detail. And that's a great use case for the retail industry, which we've actually then been taken to clients in other industries. I worked with an insurer that I was even taking that bit of DAX to and saying, you might be able to use this for this use case. So it's nice to see these use cases kind of come to life in different ways like that.
And were there any sort of unexpected benefits that came from this that the client perhaps hadn't foreseen and hadn't asked for, but suddenly came out of the data as you started to kind of play this back?
Yeah, I think it was really about just visualizing the data in a new way they'd not had before. This was very Excel-based reporting before, which for a lot of finance teams, revenue teams is going to be the way, right? But getting
Yeah.
that story kind of coming to life here, we were able to see very quickly our forecast data is telling us that we're way ahead of target, but actually we're priced lower than we were last year. So with this fictional data here, we've got our last year line along the top here and our this year line here, and we can see that actually the number of pricing changes has fell right off to the point where we're a lot less expensive than we were last year. So if we're way ahead of target, this is probably why we need to be a bit more competitive and kind of bring that pricing up, or rather, we're probably overly competitive at this time of year. And so they were able to just adapt really quickly. And when we showed this to the client, they said this is going to fundamentally change the way we operate, which is exactly what we want to hear.
Fantastic. That's really good. That's really good. And I'm sure there's other people that would be looking at this as and thinking how they can apply it to, to more broadly to retailers in general. So yeah, really interesting. A lot of this is on Microsoft technology. So what role did the technology play in this, and how do you see the kind of technology roadmap, helping improve things going forward?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think with this scenario, data from a lot of different systems, data science data that I think had been kind of developed quite in isolation. And so being able to take that into one place and something, a tool like Power BI is just such an accessible way for a business to get there. Data platforms take time, they don't happen overnight. And so a tool like Power BI is just able to get in there, get what you need, and with a good model can bring all that together. Being able to sort of immediately spot anomalies here across this year and last year pricing, across destinations, across regions, across agents, that's something that was taking loads of manual hours to do before. And this Power BI has been designed in a way with very little overhead. There's no manual sort of upkeep required. It's all
Right.
with just automated modeling. which yeah, is great.
Great. And so some of that is about us tuning it, and some of that's about out of the box functionality from Microsoft.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's all, I know I keep coming back to the model, but with Power BI, it really is all down to the model. It's a very accessible tool. So one designed that anyone can get stuck in, but where it really comes to life is where you get someone that can really get their way around that star schema that Microsoft want you to have.
Yeah.
And that's where your future-proofed reporting comes in. Now, whenever we do a delivery like this, we really take the time to make sure that not just, the BI team know how to take it on, but that the users themselves fully understand what we've done. So we actually ran a 3-day intensive training program at the client for consumers, for explorers, and then for the advanced team. So right from people that had never logged on to Power BI in their life to people that had been getting stuck right in for a few years now. And with them, we went right under the iceberg of understanding all the quirks under the hood of Power BI to help them not just have new insights, but really keep this adoption going as we depart.
And what do you think were the key trick? Like, obviously, the environment that this particular client was in, there must have been a tipping point for where they said, "Look, we really need something better for what we're doing than Excel." What do you think were the kind of triggers for that in the background?
Yeah, I think with any organization, when you've got some really talented people that you want to be making decisions, you don't want them to be your human calculators. You don't want them churning through data from this system and data from that system. And that's very much, I think, where this client found themselves. People that were really keen to get stuck into Power BI and bring those visuals to life and just didn't have the models that they needed. So by providing them with self-serve models, that means that people that were having to wade through Excel are able to now just tell much richer stories and essentially just make their decisions quicker. I think they were so excited to be able to look at not just, right, what were we doing last Monday and the Monday before that, but what did we do yesterday? What did we do this morning? And how can I react quickly to that?
Well, it's absolutely fantastic hearing about this. And as I said, I'm sure many other people will watch this will realize how beneficial that could be in their circumstances, particularly now you've kind of given a highlight of the kind of pain points of when to kind of pick up the phone and talk to us. Thank you so much. It's been really interesting hearing about this and really good to spend some time. Yeah, look forward to seeing what comes next.
Lovely. Thank you.
Cheers.